And a great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that it was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on a pillow. And they awoke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" Then he arose and rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. The Sea of Galilee was calm when they set sail. The disciples, seasoned fishermen, expected a routine crossing, yet suddenly, without warning, the skies darkened, and violent winds swept across the waters. Waves crashed into the boat, and fear filled their hearts. But through the roar of the storm, there was one sound missing, the voice of panic from Jesus. He was asleep. In the midst of chaos, the Son of God rested his head upon a pillow. The disciples saw this and cried out, "Teacher, don't you care that we're perishing?" Their question echoes the cry of many hearts today. When life storms rise, sickness, loss, rejection, uncertainty, it's easy to feel abandoned by God. We ask the same question, "Lord, are you asleep? Don't you see what's happening to me?" Yet Jesus' silence is never absence. His sleep was not indifference. It was peace. He was teaching them and us that divine peace is not the absence of storms, but the presence of faith. The one who created the wind and sea cannot be overpowered by them. When they woke him, Jesus rose and spoke 3 simple words that shattered the chaos. "Peace, be still." Instantly the wind stopped. The sea grew calm. The disciples stood in awe, whispering to one another, "Who can this be, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" The answer was before them. The Creator was in their boat. The storm that terrified them was the classroom for their faith. What they saw as danger, Jesus saw as an opportunity to reveal his authority. Storms reveal what we trust. The disciples trusted their skill until it failed. When the waves rose higher than their strength, they realized they needed more than experience, they needed faith. Sometimes God allows storms not to destroy us, but to expose what we rely on. Jesus may seem silent, but he's never absent. The same Jesus who slept in the storm still rules over every trial. His calm is not ignorance, it's assurance. When we cannot see his hand, we can trust his heart. The word of Christ has authority over chaos. When Jesus said, "Peace, be still," creation obeyed. That same word still carries power. No storm is greater than his voice. When his word abides in you, you can face the winds without fear. Peace is a person. The disciples wanted calm seas. Jesus offered himself. True peace doesn't come when the storm ends, it comes when you realize who's in your boat. After calming the storm, Jesus asked, "Why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith?" Fear had silenced their faith. But faith does not mean pretending the storm isn't real. It means believing that Jesus is greater than what's real. Every believer will face moments when the waves threaten to swallow hope. Yet if Christ dwells in you, you are never truly in danger, for the one who commands the storm dwells within. When faith awakens, fear loses its grip. Jesus invites us to rest even when the waves rise. He calls us to trust that what he has spoken, let us cross over to the other side. Mark 4:35 is already a promise of arrival. The storm may delay the journey, but it cannot cancel his word. If Jesus says you're going to the other side, you will reach it. The waves may crash, the wind may howl, but his word will hold. The same voice that calmed the sea still speaks today. Peace, be still. When the storms of life surround you, remember the Master is in your boat. The winds obey him, and the waters know his name. Faith is not proven on calm seas. It is forged in the storm. So when fear rises, let your heart say, "My Savior is here, and if he is with me, I will not sink."